Oke teman-teman, hari ini kita akan ke Museum Paul and Peters the Fortress and Artillery Museum. Kami bergabung dengan beberapa mahasiswa dari Universitas Baltic State Technology University, dan kita akan mengunjungi museum di sana. Bagaimana keseruannya? Ikuti terus our channel.
Was it the voice? Was it the fire burning in me? All of the noise turned into choirs of harmony. Left me with the pieces of forever that you broke. But since you left me alone, I've been
Kami berada di museum. Dari Indonesia,
nobody knows. I wanna go and nobody goes. I lost my way, but I found my fighter's destiny. I don't wanna look back now, 'cause I know that I don't need your love. I won't let you take me down, 'cause lately I've been
we can start and we can move further. Okay. Main hero. It is an apostle, Saint Apostle Peter. You know that our city named Saint Petersburg, but it's not in honor of Peter the Great, who founded this city, but in honor of the Saint Paul, and he has the keys from our city, and it is the saint patron of our town, and we love him, and he's the main hero of our city.
Peter and Paul fortress. This is the core of our city. The construction of the city began here, but today we will visit the Peter and Paul fortress, and we will be able to see it in full size. And other guys will tell you a bit more about it. Now you can just take photos if you want to. The old Saint Petersburg Stock Exchange, or also Bourse, or in Russian Здание биржи, and vertical columns, Раздальные колонны. It is a historical building, and the former Cathedral, and it is the center of the city. And here place of the city's stock exchange, and it is the main building located on Васильевский Island, Васильевский остров, стрелка Васильевского острова. Roscoe Collins, you can close on, and Roscoe Collins were erected at the same in the same time with the stock exchange building, and they got their name because they were decorated with rostrum. Rostrum is the head part of a ship, and this decor symbolized the power of Russian Navy, and until 1885 these columns were used as lighthouses on their boats, and this is kind of as I know in the modern history of Saint Petersburg. Torches have been replaced with gas burners, and they are used on holidays and memorable days. And interesting fact, the stock exchange and Russian colors depicted on the Russian well.
Six horses and the goddess Victoria. This time for arch, angel of Alexander both dedicated to the victory. It does. Okay. his new city council, he was assassinated.
Водка. Чурас. Значит, сейчас и все. Sitting at the one table. On the table you can see a map of Saint Pete, and more than that you can see an empty chair, and maybe one of you would be the person who built one more building in Saint Pete and would be sitting at this table with all these architectures and imagining how Saint Petersburg changed through time. Thank you.
Oke teman-teman, tadi kita sudah melihat beberapa miniatur bangunan dari pusat kota Saint Petersburg, dan di sana adalah tempat yang sangat menarik sekali. Ini teman-teman yang ada di belakang semua.
Initially it was made of wood, but it was rebuilt many times. In the beginning of the 20th century, some wooden elements were replaced with stone ones, and after that with some metal constructions. In fact, Peter the Great didn't like bridges. He wanted to build a city similar to Venice, and he wanted everyone to move around the city by boats. So there would be no roads, no bridges, only water. Can you imagine that? And however, the construction of the bridge was important for a more convenient building of the fortress. And I want to tell you about the sculpture of the hair. Unfortunately, you cannot see it right now, but I show you a photo, and in the end of our excursion they will cross the bridge and you will see the sculpture of the hair. This on your left now, and you can see there are many legends by the river. According to one of the legends, pagan tribes lived on that island. Pagan tribes are people who believed in magic, some mysterious things, faith, and for this reason a hair is situated next to the bridge. And according to the second legend, one day Peter the Great got very angry because and he wanted the workers to be executed. But at that moment a hair jumped into his arm. It was so unexpectedly and funny that Peter. And nowadays it is believed that if you throw a coin on that small platform nearby his feet, your desire will definitely come true. And in the end of our excursion, Kronbergska embankment is situated on the right side of the Kronberg Strait, and it is located in the Petrogradsk district of ours, both old and new buildings. And the first structures appeared here in 1970s, but the embankment itself and the road along the Kronberg not one house is listed to be located here on the platform, and just now there is a very few ending at the passageway, and this passageway was opened just in 1978, and until that time there is no passageway along the embankment and along the Kronberg Strait. Also, the modern name Kronbergskaya набережная or Kronbergskaya embankment was given just in 1980, and until that time there is no name of the embankment. So, by the way, the word Kronberg or crown word means the European type of fortification which serves to fortress the front walls of the fortress. So, and it has the look of a crown. It was like a stone hands in the form of a crown. So now I want to pay your attention to this monument. So it is a memorial in the Saint Petersburg, and it is on the place of the execution of the December Revolution. And this I will tell you. Actually, they were terrorists. They were members of the secret societies in Russia in the beginning of the 19th century, and they called up the uprising in 1825, and they were called after the month of the uprising. The uprising took place in December, so they were called Decemberists. And this obelisk is made from thin granite, and it is situated on the pedestal, and the total height of this monument is 9 meters high. And in the front side of this obelisk you can see the bronze monument Grand Duke Nikolaevich, which you can see behind the back in the right side. So let's get closer to see. He was the fourth son of Emperor Nicholas I, and his
River, Sungai River, Niva. Berada di satu tempat yang menaranya cukup cantik. Ini adalah museum artileri. Museum artileri.
Military Historical Museum Artillery, Engineer and Signal Corps. So this museum has a really long history and it dates back to the beginning of 18th century. And many residents of Saint Petersburg and tourists love this museum and appreciate its history. But I'm going to tell you a really long and boring history and give you a lot of dates, lots of facts about this. Instead, I'm going to tell you some interesting facts about this museum. And the first fact is that this is the oldest museum in Russia. It has 2 dates of foundation. The first one is 29th of August, 1702, and
sebelah sana tuh ada mobil yang membuat senjata besar. Kita ini adalah taman binatang, hampir 100 lebih, 600 lebih jenis binatang dari seluruh dunia ada di sini, di sebelah pagar ini.
But actually, we have a little bit of space there, so it's more convenient for me to tell you a little bit about the zoo. So this is the Leningrad Zoo. Even though it is located in Saint Petersburg, as you all know, named after the previous name of the city, Leningrad, which the city had during the Soviet times. This zoo was founded in 1865 during the reign of Alexander II, also known as the Liberator. He was the first Russian emperor to abolish serfdom, which is basically like slavery, and he put an end to it. And also this zoo was founded during his reign. In the zoo you can find about 600 species of different animals, anything you want. There is actually different compartments with tigers, lions, bears, and you can find even some exotic birds, fish in there, anything that any animal that you can find in the wildlife, here you can find it too. So this zoo actually struggled to maintain its functioning during the Second World War in 1941, when the city.
Let's start and then we will continue. Now we are going to the next point, and our
our next point is Hair Island, or Zayat Island in Russian. So, and I have a task for you. Do you know why the island is called Hair Island? You have any suggestions? Why? Or connected to the name of the island? According to the first one, the name of the island was mistakenly translated from Finnish to Russian, and that is why we have such a weird name, the Hair Island. But according to the second legend, the hairs indeed lived here, and when our Tsar Peter the Great first appeared at that island, one of the hairs suddenly jumped into his boot. So, and it made him fun a lot. So that is why he decided to name the island in honor of the hairs. About the geographic position of the island. Hair Island is in the river, and it is surrounded by water, and it is separated from the Petrogradsk district with the Grand Strait.
Teman-teman, ini perjalanan yang sangat seru sekali. Banyak sekali kami melihat tempat-tempat yang bersejarah, mulai dari Museum Artileri Rusia, Taman Binatang yang dibangun oleh Raja Alexander II, dan sekarang kita akan menuju ke salah satu gedung yang begitu menarik sekali. So ikuti terus Abi channel. Jangan lupa untuk subscribe, like, dan share videonya sehingga menambah ilmu untuk teman-teman yang lain. Thank you. Sebentar lagi kita akan masuk ke dalam gedung yang sangat mantap sekali.
Maybe you heard this name before. So he designed many places in our city, and he is a very famous architect. And Nowadays, this church functions not only as a museum, so you can buy the ticket and visit and see the inside part of the cathedral, but also it has some church services, so you can visit this place not only as a museum but also as a usual church. So inside of the cathedral are situated the imperial tombs. So maybe you know what's tombs? Tombs like the place where people are buried after their death. So there are almost all Russian emperors and empresses, Peter the Great, Catherine the Great, and all of them, they are buried inside the cathedral. And this tall spire is the part of the imperial tombs. So now I think Arseny will tell you about. Okay, so let's move further.
As far as you see this building in front of you, it's the boat house. The boat house was built in 1765, and the building was intended for the storage of the vessel, national relic, the boat of Peter the Great, called the grandfather of Russian fleet. Also, this boat was called Baltic. The Baltic itself is a small sailing and rowing vessel on which the young emperor learned the basics of ship navigation and ship business. The boat was brought to Russia from England in the early 1640s. In May 1688, the ship was discovered by the young emperor in the village of Izmailovo near Moscow, our capital, and then the boat was delivered from Moscow to Saint Petersburg in 1723 and was initially stored in the Soviet.
So now it's still working and it produces coins and medals.
More about political prison that was inside this fortress. I wouldn't bore you with going way to far east corner because it's nothing really that interesting or remarkable about this place except its history. So it was built in 1703 by Yuri Trubetskoy, from whom it was named after, and it was a political prison, and many very famous writers and maybe activists were put there. They were kept in solitary cells. They were not able to speak with anyone. They were not able to read or write or maybe do anything else besides like sitting and maybe walking around in circles in a small room.
Supervision of prisoners. In this house, in addition to commandant's chambers, there were a house church. Also, there were a servants' room and office premises. The first house built for the commandant of the fortress in 1704 was made of wood and was intended only for housing.
Cathedral, this one you can see Grand Duke burial wall. A tomb or a mausoleum, in other words. This place was designed in 1896. It was constructed in order to remove some of the non-reigning Romanovs from this cathedral. And because there was simply not enough space for new burials. And the building was supposed to hold up to 60 tombs, but by the time of the Soviet Revolution in 1917, there were only 13. The Soviets destroyed a lot of tombs and converted this building into a city state museum. It was also damaged during the Great Patriotic War in 1940s. And despite several restoration works, it was not possible to completely restore everything. Now it is the final resting place for 17 members, yes, 17 if I'm not mistaken, members of the royal family. Besides, the last 4 of them were buried relatively recently. If I'm not mistaken, in 1992, the great-grandson of Emperor Alexander II was buried here. Then 3 years later, in 1995, his parents were reburied. And finally, in 2010, his wife was also buried here. Now behind... So, this is one of, and it is rather small, as you can see. There were only 19 graves years old back then. All the commandants of the fortress, as some of my colleagues have already said, chief officers that ruled everything here.
You can see the sculpture of Peter the Great. Peter the Great, he is a founder of this fortress. And what feeling do you have when you see this sculpture? What do you feel? Is it creepy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very creepy because we can see the small head of Peter the Great. Yes. The very long fingers and the very abnormally, I can say, disproportionately body. Yeah. But the truth is that the head was based on the real death mask of Peter the Great and the wax body. So it's the reality how Peter the Great looked. And there is some superstitions that if you rub the fingers, you can make the wish. Yes, and it comes true. So you can try it.
Okay, let's go. Oke guys, itu pasukan kami.
Day in 12 o'clock afternoon. So the year 1700 by Peter, of course, but not actually by Peter. First project of this project he created himself, but after this, he decided to invite a French architect, Gustave Bourbon, to make a project of this fortress. And
It is a triumphal arch that is also actually the main entrance to this place, to the Cathedral fortress. It was built in 1707 by the design of the Cathedral, and initially made out of timber, but then, as you can see, it was throughout history reconstructed several times, and then the current version you can see of 1716 and 1717, and it is made out of stone currently, and it was made to commemorate the combat successes of our army of the Russian Empire during the Baltic War and against Sweden, and also the following victory of our country in this war. But besides that, there is quite a lot of high reliefs and statues that you can see over here in the construction. Actually, it is 16 meters high and the walls are 20 meters. So at the very top you can see a man. It is God, and he is called Sabaoth. It's just another title for God himself, and he is holding something round looking, which is called an orb. An orb symbolizes world's power. So God himself, he is constantly protecting Saint Petersburg. In the middle, there is another religious scene that you can see. There is Apostle Peter, and also at the very top, the one suffering is Simon. So Apostle Peter, he is punishing Simon because Simon went against him, he betrayed him, went against religion, that he is most powerful and superior. So besides that, those two characters could be seen, Peter Apostle as Peter the First himself, and Simon could also be viewed as Charles the 11th.
Berarti ada keberuntungan karena di situ.
Halo Indonesia, sebenarnya yang watching you need to visit the spot. The spot is very beautiful. We and then our students visit the Saint Peter and the museum artillery in this town. So thank you for the watching, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, like and share my channel, because I will give you information
for Saint Petersburg. So thank you for watching and see you.